Oh my god, I can't believe how long this video took me. I just spent 6 hours on Canva before recording this video. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is MeyAroyo and I teach creative people how to sell their art online. And today is a video that you guys have been requesting throughout comments and DMs in the past, well, year that I've been on YouTube. And it's all about print-on-demand fonts from Canva. Now, there are so many fonts you can use for print-on-demand on Canva, especially if you have the Pro membership. Just going over these fonts takes forever. And there is this thing where you finally find a font and you're designing something and you're looking at that font and it's amazing, it looks good, and then you're saying, ooh, I want to make that design, like the text to be curved, and then the curve effect doesn't look good with that font, and you start all over again. And a lot of people just end up getting stuck on the same 5 or 4 fonts the entire time. So today I'm bringing you my top 20 fonts for print on demand from Canva, and also maybe for printables, not just print on demand. Now, I had several ideas how to present this video. The initial one was, I'm just going to tell you my fonts and they're going to be written like here in a line, and I'm going to show you them and just talk briefly about them. But I thought that the biggest way for this video to actually give you value is if I let you know what I like to do with that font. So that took me 6 hours, like going over so many fonts that I've been using on Canva for the past 4 years, and also sifting through them, the fonts I had from Creative Fabrica. I remember I started looking at the list and I was like, oh no, these 3 fonts are from Creative Fabrica, not from Canva. So hey, different video. And I was really looking into what will be nice with this font. Is this font good for invites? Is this font good for wall art? Is this font good for designs about a certain topic? Does this font look good when it's curved or spliced? Or what about that neon effect on Canva that most fonts actually don't look good at? So what I was thinking is really showing you guys what I like to do with these fonts. Now, throughout this video, I was using Canva Text effects quite a lot. And this is not a tutorial on Canva. There has been a full tutorial on all of Canva Text effects on how to use them. I will leave a link to that one down below in the description. You might also see throughout this video a lot of very interesting mock-ups that I'm using for the t-shirts, or for the wall art, or for any of the items that I'm showing you guys. Most of these mock-ups are from Placeit, which is a great place to find, well, high quality mock-ups and also designs. And there was a full video on Placeit. I will link to that one down below. And you can also find a link to Placeit down below. It's a paid membership. I currently have it, plus Canva, plus Creative Fabrica, plus a lot of other things. There was a full video also on all the tools that I'm using from print on demand. There will be a link to that one. Oh my god, so many links for this video. And of course, whatever I like to do with these fonts might not be what you would like to do with these fonts. So, feel free obviously to have your own style and your own way with them, and also to play around with different fonts. I was also thinking about doing some font combination, but I think that would be on a totally different video. Let me know if that is something that is interesting to you in the comment section down below. But I'm going to stop chatting right now and we're going to get started with my list of top 20 favorite fonts to be used for print on demand and for printables from Canva. First one on the list, we have Rayleigh font. And I'm not doing this list, by the way, based on any, like, my top 20, like number 20, number 18. So these are just random place numbers. I just wanted to, play around with the font. So I really like Rayleigh or Rayleigh or whatever it's called, but I don't really like to use it in all caps because the all caps version doesn't look that good. I like using combinations of capped letters and uncapped letters. And I was putting it in this design with Aquarius because a lot of times when I do either a spiritual design or something, for zodiacs, something a bit more to the heart, motivation, inspiration, I like to use this font. So that's why it's with Aquarius. And by the way, that brings me to a video we're going to have tomorrow about the zodiac niche for print on demand and for printables. So you might want to check that one out. Moving on to Rayleigh. And Rayleigh, I just wrote down, you can curve it all the way because this is one of my favorite fonts when I want to do something that looks like a logo, like a sticker that is all the way around. Because not all fonts on Canva look good when they are curved all the way. But this one is curved all the way. It also has the background effect combined with it. And I will leave a link down below to the update of background text effect on Canva. The third font on the list is Lucidity Condensed, and there is no lowercase option for this font, just uppercase letters. I really like this font because it gives me this major throwback feeling, maybe to like cowboy days. It could be like a salon thing. And I was thinking also this font will maybe catch the eye of older people. So in this example, I was using a mock-up from Placeit to create a t-shirt that says age 50, status awesome, which is also one of the reasons why I really like Placeit, because you can find models for these mock-ups, like models for these shirts that are older in any age. By the way, I just typed in t-shirt mock-up with older man. And that is something very important as well, because if you're like putting this on Redbubble and the mock-up is this really young man, it looks kind of dumb to promote it on social media when it says age 50, right? Moving on, we have Ribeye. And Ribeye is on this list because I am obsessed with this font, whether it's on uppercases or lowercases, it just looks perfect. I really like it for motivational stuff. I really think it catches the eye on significant like print, like big printed items, either canvases or posters. Obviously, it can look good on anything, but my idea was, just keep trying or just keep going, or today's going to be an awesome day or something motivational, because I think that Ribeye has this aesthetic playfulness in it that really sends the message out of, being optimistic and carrying on. Next up, we have Quicksand, which looks really, really cool under uppercases as well as under lowercases. It's a very clean font with all of these rounded corners. I wouldn't say it's exactly minimal because it has some effects with some of the letters, like you can see on the big Q. It's kind of special. And what I did here was using the neon effect on Canva, because this font just makes, I don't know, I just look at it and I think billboard, something that draws your attention. And it's not necessarily that you'll be using this font with your print-on-demand designs, but this font might be good for your marketing efforts and your marketing channels and your banners, like for sale or for something like that. It could really be a good font. Next up, we have Pirot. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. And I put in, both versions of how it looks, all caps and with lower letters. And I think that there is something very formal about this font, but also sort of playful, which is why I mostly like to put it on sort of sarcastic things. So what I did is wrote down like, you can invite me, but I'm not gonna go. Because I think that other than the fact that this font is very formal and might look really nice on invites, it's also really like sarcastic or something. I don't know. I think it's funny, saying something sarcastic with a font that I would use for, I don't know, a wedding invite. By the way, you can also use this font for wedding invites. That's an idea. The seventh font on this list is Horizon. And as you can see on the t-shirt, it's pretty much explains itself when you need a very wide font for a long text design on a t-shirt. It's one of the reasons why I use Horizon. It's just always out there. It's so easy. I also like doing masking on Horizon. I do it for some of the things that I like to do because it's so wide and it's like so bold that it's really nice to like, I don't know, draw within this font, if it makes any sense. Next up, we have Genty, and Genty, I really don't like how it looks, and it's uppercase, like all uppercase. The lowercase is cool, but also, I think that this font is a classic. Just go by the language rules of English, and, the first letter would be capped and the rest no. And I think it's a very retro font, which is why I wrote retro. And this design is actually super easy to make because you just make a word and you make it in black, and then you duplicate that word and you move it a bit down and to the right or to the left or just down and change the colors and multiply it. So that's what I was using for this. It's really cool for retro designs. By the way, there was a full tutorial on print-on-demand retro designs, and you can find a link to that one, of course, down below. And it's not too late to design something to be advertised on National Retro Day because it's on the 27th of February. So now is the money time, guys. Next up, we have Crushed. And at first look, it might seem like Crushed doesn't have a difference between the uppercase letters and the lowercase letters because, you can see the D and the H are pretty much the same. But I think that the lowercase option for this font is kind of the best because I sort of feel a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, like the U is lowercase traditional and the H is big and the E is small and the D is big. It's sort of like a really, really cool font. It's also a font that I like to curve. I use it, I think, in many things. I don't think that I have a specific thing that I use it. I just really like to curve it. But mostly like I use it if I curve up and I curve down, not curve all the way. And it's a really cool font. I think that it was really hard for me to find a specific designation for this font because it kind of goes with everything. Next up, we have Coming Soon. And again, I placed here the uppercase and the lowercase for Coming Soon and Happy You Day, which is, a birthday or, I don't know, celebration of someone. And the reason why it's on an invite is because I don't think necessarily that I would like to order anything that is printed on fabric with this font. Like I'm trying to think about, like, not thick fabric. Like I'm trying to imagine a hoodie that will have this font. I kind of feel like if you make the design too small, it's going to be like really thin and it might not print well, which is why I think this font is mostly for products that are printed on paper. Font number 11 is Sunday, and that's a good font for making any kind of statement, usually in just 2 lines. That's how I like to use this font. It's really good for t-shirt. It has this combination of being bulky but thin at the same time, if that makes sense. It's like the thinnest font that will still be bulky enough for me to look good on a t-shirt. And I really like this font, the Sunday one, especially when we're talking about black and white. I think that whenever I was using Sunday font, I was only using it for black and white designs. Next up, we have Blueberry. And that's a font that sometimes I like to play around with, not necessarily for print on demand, but mostly for marketing. And I used to play around with it for friends of mine for their marketing on Pinterest, because it does look really nice, you know, on all of it. It looks really, like, it pops out when it's all caps. It still pops up when it's lower cases. It doesn't look good when it's curved, but it does look good when it's spliced, when it's hollow, and when it's glitching. I mean, the glitch effect on Canva kind of looks weird on most fonts, but on Blueberry, the glitch effect just, I don't know, clicked with me. So that's another font that I really like to use in a specific Canva effect. Next up, we have Aloja, even though I'm not sure if it's Aloha or Aloya or something like that. Depends on, you know, the nationality of whoever made this font. But, you know, it's just vividly clear that this is a summer font. And all of these summer elements, by the way, all of these cute little clip art for summer are from Canva Pro as well. Another cool font that I really like using for summer is Sunborne. And I think that it just looks, I don't know, it sort of pops out on stickers. And I kind of actually like this design. I mean, some of the designs that I did for this video, I'm actually going to put on TeePublic later. And I'm definitely going to put, like, you can find me at the beach on this popsicle. It just pops out and looks really, really cool on a sticker. Next up, the 15th font is Bebasnua. I don't even know how to say this. Oh my god. In any case, this is a font that I really like to use when I'm using very horizontal designs. And when I'm saying very, I mean like extremely horizontal designs for face mask or maybe to surround a mug with. So I put it like here on this cute little older lady saying good vibes. I thought it was funny. Also, this little old lady is from Placeit. Next up, the 16th font is Aprila. And Aprila, I put in, you know, how it looks in uppercase and lowercase and how it looks with a background effect and how it looks when it can be bold. And I also like to lift this font with a lift effect on Canva. I don't have a designation for it because I like to use it for multiple things. I have used it in the past when I was doing printables of various kinds, for special promotions, for social media, as well as for designs, for t-shirts, for pretty much any kind of holiday. It feels kind of festive. I think that you can definitely use Aprila if you have anything with R for Christmas, for example, but it will also look very, very poppy and springy for Easter. So this is a very variant font that I would usually use around holidays when I wanted to pop out and make people happy. Next up is another font that I have no idea how to pronounce, Barriecito, or something like that. I really don't know how to pronounce it, but it's one of my favorite fonts because it's super playful. And no, I wasn't bolding and unbolding within this. This is literally how it comes in the uppercase or in the lowercase. And what I really like to do with this font is using it for anything revolving food, donuts, sandwiches. And that's why I put it on this cute little gingerhead Placeit girl that says, eating soon. So I think that this is really like a playful font. It looks really good when you write down foodie as well. And I like to use it for anything revolving food or yummy, but obviously it can be used for a lot of other playful things as well as designs for kids. Next up, we have a Marek SC, which is one of the fonts on Canva that is unique, and I like to use it, but it also has all 3 options, like the normal, the bold, and the italic, because a lot of these fonts don't have the option for bold or for italic. But this font does not really differentiate between uppercase and lowercase, just a little bit. It's not something you can see. And I like using it sometimes for statements, but also with an effect. So as you can see here with this cute little guy that's been celebrating something from Placeit, I wrote down for reals, and there's supposed to be like a question mark there, but he's hiding it with his phone. And in this case, I edited with a bit of an echo to give it a bit more volume. And of course, this was also on bold because otherwise this font will be way too thin for fabric in my taste. Number 19. Oh my God, we're almost done. We have Intro Rust. And I've been using this font for so many things that it took me like 20 minutes to look at it and decide what to say it's best for, because sometimes Intro Rust is just a font that I use because I like the combination of the volume that it has and the width of it in a way. But what I wrote down is when you want to make a blank statement, and I was using the splice effect with the offset all the way down. And this font actually can also be really, really nice for people who do like printable coloring pages, or if you want to do anything that people would need to color, or if you want to create this coloring vibe to it, or a black and white vibe to a design. I don't have anything like better to say on it, sorry. But we are moving up closer to number 20. And for those of you who know me, the next font at number 20 is not going to be a surprise, because the next font is Laundrina. And Laundrina is a font that I'm using everywhere. I mean, it's in every single thumbnail of this channel. I even put down here the example of the bundle box design that I did for my PayHip store. I'm using it so much. Laundrina has several options to it. You have the Laundrina Solid, Regular, and Bulk, and you can bold some of them no. There is a significant difference between the uppercase letters and the lowercase, and you also have Laundrina Shadow and Laundrina Sketch. This font is just epic. Well, this ended quickly. Maybe I should have done my 50 favorite fonts. Not that I think anyone would watch a video with 50 fonts, but definitely I enjoyed making this list and making this video, and I would love to hear your thoughts about my fonts. Maybe you know all these fonts on my list. Maybe one of these fonts is like something really new to you that really caught your eye and went you going like, how did I not see this font on Canva? And seriously guys, just go over Canva and check out their fonts. There are so many fonts there that it will just blow your mind. I feel like this was a bit of a different video than what I usually do because there is no design tutorial, but if you like this style of video or this video in general and want me to make more cool videos like sort of sifting through a big amount of data for you guys, then you can encourage me doing it by hitting that like button down below, because every time you do, it really does help my channel. And subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. I'm also thinking about doing a video, not just with my fonts or the things that I like about Creative Fabrica, but also sort of how to approach a platform as big as Creative Fabrica that has so many graphics, and how to really find what you need for print on demand. Let me know if that is something that is interesting to you, like a video on like how to find the right graphic elements and fonts for your print on demand. I thought it would be a good video idea, but hey, let me know if you think the same. I will be seeing you guys again tomorrow with a design tutorial for the Zodiac niche. It's targeted for print on demand, and I'm going to be using it for print on demand, but obviously, you know, for printables, this could work as well. And on Friday, a video that I know a lot of people have been waiting for, which is called 9 Reasons Why I Closed All My Etsy Stores, and the lesson that I learned from it. Maybe you can learn that lesson as well. On the weekend, I'm going to be posting a video that I have had recorded in a long time and sort of forgot about it. It's about 3 products that I ordered from Printful and forgot to post the review on them. So I'm a bit different in that video and also from a different apartment. But I do think that it's important because it's one of my favorite items that I wear every day is from that video. So you might want to check it out. It's actually these sweatpants that are stunning and amazing, and I love them so much. So that's gonna be on the weekend. And of course, don't forget about the monthly goals. I'm really pushing forward on the goals that I set for February. There has been some changes this month in the things that I was doing. I was working on a lot of different projects than I was expecting. I also had some problems with internet at home, so that really affected the speed that I can work on things. So there's a lot of updates for my monthly goals, how I met up with my monthly goals from February, and what I'm going to do in March, as well as the new bundle box for you guys to use. And if you don't know what the bundle box is, I'm going to leave a link down below to the video explaining about last month's bundle box, which is, by the way, still available for purchase. Like, they're just going to be on there all the time. It's never going to go away. Never. Okay, now I'm just making nonsense. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little recap of my top 20 favorite fonts for print on demand and for marketing from Canva. And with that being said, that was it from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!